another each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello, good morning, everyone. No, dude, sorry. That's one place you don't get to go. This is Jack. We've had him for a few months now. He's getting used to things. But what he's never done is jumped in my lap for attention. So, progress, man. He was on trial run. He tends to pee on our clothes, but I'm trying to. That's because the cat box is too full and he doesn't know what to do. So we're working on that. So I love my kitties. I'm an animal fan. People are like, "Wait, you don't like dogs?" No, I very much like dogs. It's just I've got trauma around dogs, man. I didn't get too close to. I mean, I was very close with my last dog. I can't say I didn't get too close. And there's still times I turn around and I think she's there, and that's she was at my side for years. Good morning, Daryl. Good to see you. I'm gonna add some extra light, but I don't know that. Well, I'm gonna need to be able to read. Can we not chew on that, Jay? Can we not chew on that, please? Okay. The thing is, if you're mean to cats, they'll be mean back. Ugh. Ugh. I know that sound. That's the sound of somebody joining. Give me a second. Ugh. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm supposed to be sending you the link. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm supposed to send you the link. I forgot about that. Got a lot of moving parts. Morning. Oh, now that I can hear you.
I didn't say anything yet.
That's why I didn't hear you. All right. Yeah, you got to talk, or I'm just going to sit here and go.
I would have rather been concerned if you'd have heard me already.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be bad. You got your hair cut.
I got them all cut.
You do the same thing I do. I went to the barber about a month ago, and they just fucked it up. So yeah, I just shaved it all off. They get too busy in conversation with me, and they never do my hair right. It just.
Yeah, but I'm not afraid to lose. I don't got no color to losing my hair, and I got a gazillion different cowlicks, and it's like I had a I wouldn't call tight fro in high school, but it was a fro.
So. Yeah, so you have.
And I don't have the patience to grow it out.
Yeah.
Look like a transient.
Give me a second here. I'm going to show you an afro.
I run to the store.
I believe I was 17 in this picture. Yep, that's me with the big hair.
Oh my God.
That's an afro, my friend.
That's Stinker. That's the queen of the roost.
I walked around like that too, man. Give me a good tan. All right, welcome to Daily Trudge, everybody. Well, it's actually Daryl who's still on YouTube.
Am I still on YouTube?
It says you are, but probably not.
No, it probably is.
I asked you to stop that. The next time you're gonna get smacked.
Hold on here.
So welcome to Daily Trudge. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. We're gonna be in the 12 by 12 today, page 132.
Does it say I'm off of there now?
Oh gosh, I don't know. No, I wouldn't worry about it though, because I never know if that thing's correct or not. So
No, I was on it. That's how it came on there first. Click that link. Well, I clicked the link that you put in WhatsApp,
yeah,
and that brought me to YouTube.
yeah. What I meant to send you the link that lets you in, but YouTube it takes forever to catch up. So yeah. 132. Oh man, we're back in tradition. Oh, we're in tradition 2 now. According to this. Let's make sure that's right. 122. So I double check. Now we're gonna be, where are we at? Okay, we'll be in step 12. Good, because I didn't feel like talking about tradition 1 again. All right, with God's help, we calmly accept our lot. So we're going to be in step 12 here. They want us at 122, and I always like to go back a little bit. All right, I'm going to start on page 120, second paragraph. When the possessions of money and material things was concerned, our outlook underwent the same revolutionary change. With a few exceptions, all of us have been spendthrifts. We threw money about in every direction with the purpose of pleasing ourselves and impressing other people. In our drinking time, we acted as if the money supply was inexhaustible. Though between binges, we'd sometimes go to the other extreme and become almost miserly. Without realizing it, we were just accumulating funds for the next spree. Money was the symbol of pleasure, of self-importance. When our drinking had become much worse, money was the only urgent requirement which could supply us with the next drink and the temporary comfort of oblivion it brought. I've never had much money. I've been broke my whole life. There was never a point in my life where I was well-to-do. But I understand what they're saying. If I had money, it went towards alcohol before it went towards food. Yeah. Because there's a pork chop in every beer. So all my money, my money went to alcohol first before rent, before anything. So I was one of those. I guess that does fit me in the miserly. But it's kind of hard to be miserly when, I got to pawn your shit so I can drink, which I've done. So
there was nothing miserly about my tab.
Yeah. Okay. So I just missed that era where you could have tabs at the bar. And
I had tabs at the bar and at the 2 liquor stores. So yeah.
Yep. That
was the mid to late 80s.
Yeah. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday
for a hamburger today for a fifth. I wouldn't buy a fifth. I'd buy I'd buy 5 pints, because if I was a fifth, then I'd be a drunk like my dad. An alcoholic like my dad.
I'm laughing because I get it. My brain's like, that makes sense.
I had a routine, dude. It was like I had a store. I ran a store in Boulder, and I would buy 3 shooters on the way out of town at 75th and Arapahoe, and then I'd take that, and that would get me to North Glen Liquors.
Okay.
And then I would go ahead and buy my pints if I needed it, whatever. I always needed at least something. But
I spent one summer working in a liquor store. My girlfriend had a job, and I helped her. Oh, we take a gallon of vodka and just leave, when we closed at night and shit.
I dated a girl in Kansas, and her parents went on a vacation and left me in charge of the bar.
Oh,
That
shit.
happened. That only happened once.
Yeah. I was a bartender at one point. I was a
I did that.
I was a horrible bartender because I just got everybody drunk and sent them out the door, man. I was not very, no. Mm-mm. All right. Anyway, upon entering AA, these attitudes were sharply reversed, often going much too far in the opposite direction. The spectacle of years of waste threw us into a panic. There simply wouldn't be time, we thought, to rebuild our shattered fortunes. Yeah, I'm kind of going through that where I'm trying to get things done, but it's done in God's time. But what they're getting at here is, we get rid of AA and we do one or two things to fill up that hole if we aren't searching for God. So if we don't search for God, we're going to go after one and two things. Rather going to go after money, or if we are single, we're going to start chasing skirts, or we're going to, I don't know what the opposite would be, but we go after sex because, and I get that too, because it that physical component. Oh, this other person likes me, so therefore I'm fulfilled. But it goes on to say that uh, it's just temporary comfort. It's again a band-aid. And I'm just using something else for a solution. I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people that go towards that money, man. They do. They see something else, and I'm not going to get into what I usually get into because I'm getting better at it. But I get this. They're saying, like right now, I'm feeling that it's like I don't have time. We don't have time, and God's saying, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, Dion. So focus on what you need to. We're getting better. I've been doing to-do lists and just following those, and but a lot of this had, we're in step 12. So, all right. How could we ever take care of those awful debts, possess a home, educate the kids, and set something by for old age? Financial importance was no longer our principal aim. We now clamored for material security. And this brings me back to emotional sobriety, where I'm just clamoring for this or that to make me feel better when happiness is an inside job. So, I set this thing at 11 and I have less people. So,
You set it at 11. What, to join?
yeah, for to be consistent, and since no one has joined, that's not true. Angel was here.
Well, the link you put in there was not to join.
Well, it just, I'm not saying it. The people, once we get back to Facebook in 10 days, it'll be a lot different. I'm just saying it's like it just seems like every time I decide to be consistent, people get busy at that time. So, all right. Um, Even when we were well reestablished in our business, these terrible fears often continue to haunt us. This made us misers and penny pitchers all over again. Complete financial security we must have, or else. We forgot that most alcoholics have an AA have an earning power considerably above average. We forgot the immense goodwill of our brothers AA, who were only too eager to help us to better jobs when we deserved them. We forgot the actual or potential financial insecurity of every human being in the world, and worst of all, we forgot God. In money matters, we had faith only in ourselves and not too much at that. This is actually one thing that I've never had a problem with. Yay, Amber made it. I was just whining a few minutes ago.
Hi, Amber.
Good to see you. She's been moving though. Those pictures this morning were beautiful. And I got to say, I'm a little jealous. Great job. Great job. I mean, I met Amber when she kind of came in, and fucking wow, man. There's nothing better in this life than watching my friends make it. It makes me want to cry, man. All right. Um, I don't know what it is, but God seems to take care of me, and I don't really work. I mean, my wife works, and we get by, but since I've never really had a lot of material things, I've never clamored for them. I even have a nice car. People are like, nice car. I'm like, "Nah," and in my mind, it gets me from A to B. It's nothing more than that, you know. Um, you paired channels with my stream. Cool. We'll see how that works. I have no idea what you did, but let's see
I
how it
just
works.
I'm clicking. There's a menu up here.
Oh,
And
for you?
so it says live stream is not enabled. Please go to YouTube dashboard. So anyway, I don't know if it did anything or not. I have no way of, I was trying to like type in a chat and and respond to Amber. It's like I can't do that in where I'm at.
All right. We're going to have to figure that out because you should be able to chat. You should be able to chat. So the thing I want to do later is hop on my wife's phone, give her an invite, and see what it's like. That way I can make it easier for you and do a little bit of
I got
trading.
you, I got me, I got the chat window on my right, and then below there's just no way to type in a chat.
Okay.
I'll screenshot this and send it to you
All right.
at some point.
All right. This all meant that we were still far off balance. When a job still looked like more means of getting money rather than an opportunity for service, when the acquisition of money for financial independence looked more important than the right dependence upon God, we were still victims of unreasonable fears. And that's really what we're talking about here is the fears. Um, when we, more important, when the acquisition of money for financial independence looked more important than the right dependence upon God, we were still victims of unreasonable fears. And these were fears which would make a serene and useful existence at any financial level quite impossible. Yeah, we're all broke. It's just some people are broke at higher levels, but everyone's broke. AA's broke. I'm broke, but we can, I find that my time, my effort is much more valuable than any amount of money out there. You know, um, we cannot put money, we cannot put an amount on time. All right. But as time passed, we found that with help of AA's 12 step, we could lose these fears. Now we're getting to the actual reading. So, no matter what our material prospects were, we could cheerfully perform humble labor without worrying about tomorrow. If our circumstances happened to be good, we no longer dreaded a change for the worse, for we had learned that these troubles could be turned into great values. It did not matter too much what our material condition was, but it did matter what our spiritual condition was. Money gradually became our servant, not our master. It became a means of exchanging love and service with those about us. When, with God's help, we calmly accept our lot, then we found we could live at peace with ourselves and show others who still suffered the same fears that they could get over them too. We found that freedom from fear was more important than freedom from want. Yeah. Um, you know, God, He always supplies everything that I need. And every now and again, He also gives me what I want. Sometimes I get what I want. I wanted a PS5. I got a PS5. That is something that I need in my life, but it is something that I enjoy and I utilize. But what is it that he puts in my life? Well, he puts other people in my life. And I'm finding is these people are the most valuable things in the world. Yeah, because it has love and Daryl. Either you are stuck, or you know how not to move a single muscle for a very long time. I think we lost him. All right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do that. And then if I see him start moving again, I'll bring him back. So, but that's what happens when you start pressing buttons. And Amber called that one. I'm just going to keep it there in case it comes back. That's what would be better. That's kind of a good view of him. So let's hear. So we found that freedom from fear was more important than freedom from want. And even, do we even really get freedom from fear? I feel like I do get freedom from some fears. I do not have a financial fear. Hey, Jillian, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. I'm glad I caught you at a good time. Yeah, I'm enjoying that grassroots. When we start meeting, it's going to be phenomenal. A lot of people in that group are they're really good fucking people, man. So, oh, he's back and he's moving again. We had a great mugshot of you for a minute there. So a lot of this has to do with material. They're talking about material, but what are some of the other things? We clamor for this, we clamor for that. Let's get into the reading. I'm trying too hard to come up with something. Material values ruled my life for many years during my active alcoholism. No, not really. I believed that all my possessions would make me happy, yet still felt bankrupt after I obtained them. So I didn't go after the money. I went after the sex when I was drinking. I didn't. So for me, it was about sex. If I had a good looking girl in my life, it meant that I was being successful. That's backwards, by the way. So it says Rillick. It says Rillick.
No, it's Lerad Remlick.
Is it? Okay. My name spelled backward is
so it's February 19th, 1988. I didn't sober up until September 1990.
Yeah.
That was given to me. That's my original.
I started writing my date in pencil because I didn't trust me. And finally, I just stopped counting. And after I had 3 years of sobriety, I memorized my date. But otherwise, my wife told me when I had 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, I did not keep track. Time became difficult for me. Time became a success, and it wasn't working. Now that's an old book with coffee stains.
It is, and that one says September 28th, 1990.
So it's got the right date.
No, this isn't the date that. It's the date that I got a soft copy, first soft copy. Okay. These ones I haven't written in. I've got other ones that I've torn up and actually what have you. But these are my two original AA books. Cool. And I don't, one of those things, I didn't want to mess them up, but I read out of them. I don't write in them.
Yeah. I have two big books. One is my big book for sponsees, and my other one is the one that I use for everything else. So,
yeah, that's big coffee stain.
When I first came into AA, I found out about a new way of living. As a result of learning to trust others, I gained to believe in a power greater than myself. Having faith freed me from the bondage of self. As material gains were replaced by the gifts of the Spirit, my life became manageable. I then chose to share my experience with other alcoholics. Right? So it's a matter of practicing and finding out. I think this is true for all of us, that God's going to take care of you, but there's that fear, and that's why we need, you know, I don't
Whether I
really
want
God
whether I
removes.
want him to or not,
Yeah,
in spite of myself, in other words.
yeah. uh, I don't really feel like God gives me less fear. He gives me more courage, and I walk through things. But either way, it still works. It's the, if I'm wrong or right,
Courage is
matter.
courage is
The
courage is not the absence of fear. It's having fear and doing it anyway.
Yep. And I'd rather have more courage than less fear. Really.
Oh well, yeah. I just courage takes care of it anyway. It kind of negates it.
But we discuss these different ways because people learn different ways. So, but I have found that you've got to walk through these hard things in order to get through your fear, and the more you do it, the more faith you're going to have, and the more courage you will have, and then the more things that will come along that you're going to need that courage for.
There's a difference between fear and respect.
Sure.
I'm not afraid of alcohol anymore, but I respect what it will do.
Absolutely. There's a lot of people where I respect, like I'm not going to go pick a fight with Mike Tyson. I have respect for the fact that he will just kick the crap out of me. Okay.
I would.
Yeah. And is that a fear? No, because I respect him, so I'm not going to do that.
No, that's just stupidity. But
I'm an alcoholic.
Well, right. I mean, but I was that guy because I had little man syndrome and I had to be little Billy Badass. So I would pick out the biggest, ugliest motherfucker in the place and start shit.
Yeah. I was the opposite. I stayed quiet.
Yeah, no, not me at all.
Yeah. Well, I was the guy that you'd be afraid that, I'd come slit your throat while you were sleeping. Yeah. So just a different kind of danger. Just a different kind of danger. So, but what do we do with freedom with fear? I have found that it's my higher power. It's the fellowship. Like the grassroots meeting is. It's just a culmination of all my friends. It's all it is. It's all the people that I have met that have the same intentions as me. And that's all it is. But everybody's already kind of getting excited and things like that. I think some neat thing. I really do think some neat things are going to come out of it. So I've really been enjoying life lately. Now that my focus is where it needs to be and stuff. So, I turned 54 tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day. So
Belly button.
yeah, 54.
I have vague memories of it.
Of 54.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Let's get a story in.
No, I'm just saying. I'm way older than that. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
Those are fading
like,
things.
Okay, young man.
You wet behind the ears, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm still wet behind the ear. Let's talk about that a little bit. And I'm not saying this younger generation isn't respecting other people, because I'm not going to get into that whole argument. But I would like to maybe talk about having respect for the people that came before us. and understanding that they really, really had to go through some things in order to get AA to where it's at. And I'm just grateful of the people that came before us. So,
well, it's like I said, that one time I got to speak up and at that provincial convention up in Canada. I met one of the loners, one of the original loners.
Yeah.
And what he went through, because they didn't obviously have this.
Yeah.
They had snail mail, period, the end.
They had snail mail, and they had snail mail because TV wasn't around yet.
Well, that's all they had, man. They did not. We didn't. It was pre-internet, pre-whatever. They had phones, but I don't know what a phone call from
was the biggest form of communication back then.
Yeah, can you imagine what it would cost to call New York from Ontario back in the day?
Yeah. Now it's
besides
free.
Being international and everything else.
Yeah. A lot of people don't. Yeah, they're just taking our money different ways instead of international calling. I don't know how many rooms I sat in. Go, you should switch to AT&T. I made so much money off that. Just get people to switch their long distance carrier.
All right. Well, I used to sell voicemail for AT&T downtown.
Yeah.
Denver.
Yeah, you just sell the voicemail box.
$7 a month.
I was a Lucent technology technician, so I used to install these really big phone systems, and it's complicated, man. I mean, they trained me for like 12 weeks, 3 months of training to learn how to program this one system, but with it came a very good paycheck. So
yeah, I was at 20th and Arapahoe on the, I forget what floor it was, way up there, in the AT&T building back then.
yeah.
That was after AT&T bought Bell's U.S. West.
Yeah, U.S. West. Yeah, and everybody lost their jobs and their pensions, including my man that raised me. Anyway, all right. So, well, thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. Well, sorry, I'm a little off today, but that's all right. It's all right.
I'm a little bit better. It's like got over whatever was in between my ears there a little bit and moved on, and finally, and I got some shit I got to do, but errands and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized we ran out of coffee creamer, and the wife is a huge coffee buff.
Yeah, you don't fuck with people's coffee, so absolutely.
Yeah, I'll be going to the store.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you.
Peace, love, hope. Love yous.
Peace out.
Laters.
I think this went to Facebook for once. I may be off restriction.
Really?
I'm not. I'm just dreaming. 10 more days. 10 more days of restriction. So we can.
Amber, congratulations.
Yeah. Not the creamer. No.
In this household, that is a big deal.
Yeah. It's got, and it's all right to have those little things for. I mean, it's something for her. I get it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's. I love coffee too. Don't get me wrong, but my wife is, coffee, then the world when she gets up, and to the point where we actually, because we were doing when we travel, and we used to do it frequently, especially when I was in the club. We actually bought one of those small Keurig type coffee makers to take with us because of the crap that hotels and stuff like that put in their whatchamacallit. So
you have a little travel Keurig. That's awesome.
Yep. It's just one cup at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
and
idea.
What have you, but yeah.
Yeah, if I ever leave the house again and go stay somewhere else overnight.
Walmart's got them for like $18, man.
Yeah. I got 3 Keurigs sitting around here. So.
Well, I got two.
Oh.
Two
I like
regular
to
Keurigs.
them. They were used for the club. So,
But coffee's a big deal, so.
all right.
Anyway.
We'll end it on coffee, something every alcoholic knows about. Well, most anyway.
Yeah, that's a fear.
You.
It's running out and not having her coffee.
Oh.
It's a fear for me. Yeah.
Got to make your life easier. If Creamer's gonna do it, buy it all day long.
Amber, it's like we bought 3 of those big jugs. These jugs. And you would think I would have had time to like replace one before that one ran out. I mean, we actually buy 6 because I drink the sugar-free and she doesn't.
I'm sure anyway, she fears it too. That would be her husband.
Yeah, I understand. I know.
I'm sorry. They are not married. That would be her, whatever you're calling it, partner. We'll say partner.
State of Colorado, they are
married. She's going to say we are not married. So,
yeah, I bet you she qualifies under Colorado state law, common law. Yeah. 6 months.
6 months, same bill.
6 months are ever represented as a spouse. Like if you get her insurance, or if she gets it, you get on her insurance. Anything, sign a lease together, anything like that.
Yep. Yeah, you do a shared bill, live together for 6 months, sleep in the same bed. They call it common law, so that they can come after you because they want their stuff.
Well, it's not only that; it's like at that point, you technically have to get divorced if you break up.
Yeah. But Jillian, who's coming up on her 1 year. Woohoo!
Yay, Jillian. Hi, Jillian.
See, I told you Colorado can suck it. No ring on the finger yet. See, she's waiting for him to ask.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of that.
Yeah, he's got to tie that down, that idiot. All right.
All my exes don't live in Texas, but I got them in plural.
Yeah.
You gave away 3 houses.
All my exes live within 30 miles.
Yeah, one's in Wisconsin somewhere. Terrorizing Wisconsin. But other than that.
Anyway. Yeah, you could, but a lot of Virgos are kind of old-fashioned. We're flexible, but we're old-fashioned. So, all right, I gotta go. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it.
You doing the nooner
again, huh?
You doing the nooner?
I'm gonna go to a nooner, but I don't know that I'm gonna go to that nooner because I went yesterday, and I'm gonna go if Amber or Jillian goes. Then I'll go to it. Otherwise, I'm going to Pride Vitality. So, the weekends aren't the same, or the weekdays aren't the same as the weekends.
You're in North Glen, and you're gonna go to a Vitality nooner? You're late.
No, I'm not. They have it online.
Do they really?
Yeah, you should just assume that I'm talking Zoom unless I say I'm leaving the house and going to a nooner.
Vitality has an online meeting, huh?
Yeah.
Send me that link.
Okay. You can always just go to DACA.org. I'll send you that link. DACA, which is the Denver Area Committee. So I'll send you both links.
All right.
But I gotta go.
Bye-bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye.
When I say I gotta go to the bathroom. And I love